This is News 6 Tonight.
Brr. Hello, everyone, and welcome to News 6 Tonight on a very chilly, dare I say, cold Thursday night. It's so cold, Matt's wearing a coat inside, a puffy coat.
That's right.
Inside.
Well, I did this partially for Jonathan Kegas because I said it wasn't going to get cold enough to get me out of a hoodie and into an actual legitimate jacket. But I definitely think it's getting there. And it's not even reached its peak yet.
No, it hasn't. We're just starting to feel the chill. I know I felt it earlier today. Honestly, it was so breezy outside. It was crazy. But we have been, if you were surprised by any of this, then you're clearly not watching News 6 at all, and you're definitely not watching our
Not
meteorologist.
paying attention to our guy.
Yeah, so let's bring in our guy, meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. Jonathan, thank you for getting us all prepared for what is to come. Matt is out of the hoodie and in a puffer coat, as predicted. Oh, wait, why can't we hear you?
Where are you at? Is your mic on, Kegs?
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the one.
This is going to be a problem because he's about three-quarters of our show
He's most of our
tonight.
show tonight because all anybody wants to talk about is the weather and how cold it is out there.
Nope, still not hearing you.
Still not here. Okay, we're going to go to the next story, Jonathan, but after this,
hey,
we're
get
going
your
to check
stuff
in
together,
with you.
will you?
We're actually going to do two stories because it has to do with the cold weather. Jonathan, thank you. Okay, so, Pearson is known as the fern capital. Is it the world?
Of the world.
Of the world.
Which is strange to me because I don't know anybody who buys someone else a fern. I know there was that movie that was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and she bought him a love fern, and she was like, don't let our love fern die. That was the only time I've,
Yes, I remember I fathomed myself a fancy lady when I lived in Dallas and was in a townhome, and I bought Boston ferns.
Oh, you were fancy.
But now ferns are, there are a lot of them indigenous to here, and it's a very important industry, and you need to have the nice weather. They can die in this kind of cold weather, so we send our Volusia County community correspondent Molly Reed to talk about how they keep this multi-million-dollar industry safe in weather like this.
Local fern growers here in Pearson are working around the clock right now to save their harvest before Valentine's Day. Now, they ship these ferns all over the world, and what happens over the next 2 days could actually affect our business for the rest of the year. David registers with Fern Trust Incorporated here in Pearson. Has there ever been a year where this really made a dent on your profit?
Yeah, I mean, quite often.
And almost more than ever, they need their crops to survive. Costs over the last year have skyrocketed to keep business going, from fertilizer to labor to gas prices. Foreign imports also posing a threat.
A lot of the ferns have been going out of business over the last 5 or 10 years.
Using new technology, Register says they can now monitor their 200 acres of ferns from Pearson to Putnam County.
We can put one of these little temperature sensors like this in that area, and that allows us to monitor what the temperature is. Every 15 minutes, it'll send a signal out, and it goes to onto the internet where we can look on our phone.
If the signal reads anything below 33 degrees, they then use this pump to turn the water on that'll warm the plants.
Yeah, so it's really important, and they do have a method to handle things like this, and it is going to get, I think, like 28 degrees or something like that, and it's tender vegetation out there, and they can't handle it for very long.
No, and what Jonathan was telling us about, even past the vegetation with the pipes, it has to be 6 hours to get a hard freeze to really mess up those pipes. So imagine the damage it'll do to these freezes. If you look back in Florida's history, outside of ferns, citrus has been devastated at times by these crazy hard freezes. It can just annihilate orange grove, and it's happened so many times. So we wanted to send one of our community correspondents, a new one. We have Ashley Garrett, who's just joined us this week, in fact, and this is her first story. And she went up to a big orange grower. This is Lake County.
Where it really is, our northern county,
and they're going to hit a real hard freeze. So she talked to them about how those orange groves are preparing for this cold weather.
Yummy harvest in Lady Lake on edge. It's all due to the threat of extreme cold.
I mean, concerning in a way that if it goes lower than 29, it's very bad.
Oscar and Tanya Torres, though, no stranger to something like this.
This will be the third time where we've hit temperatures one specific time 2 days in a row in the 20s.
What did y'all do?
Basically, we need to make sure that every tree receives water during that time. So like this, the water releases heat and it protects, it brings the temperature up.
How much money goes into something like that?
In this case, for 12 acres that we have here, is in the tens of thousands.
If things don't turn out in your favor, what's the plan then?
We need to replant probably.
Replant, yeah.
A lot of people love our grove, and we want to continue in the citrus business.
Absolutely.
And the owners at Yummy Harvest tell me that they are a U-Pick orange farm that's going to be up and running through the end of February.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. I love the citrus history of Florida.
It is Florida.
I know, and it's something that has really dwindled, and it feels like it's on the verge of going away at some point, especially if we can't figure out this citrus greening. But man, have you ever had some fresh Florida orange juice from like Holliana Groves?
Oh, like you just pull up and they give it to you in a little cup.
Pull up, there's a little cup. You can try them, and then you buy them.
A shot of OJ.
Man, waking up to that in the morning, is there anything better?
Or if you've ever gotten the fresh oranges and you squeeze them yourself, and if when you go to different places and they're like, you want fresh orange juice, there's a reason you pay more for fresh orange juice. It is night and day when you have it, and no offense to the people who bottle or whatever. That's delicious.
No offense to Tropicana.
I didn't say any names, but I'm saying it is so good. It is so good. All right, we're gonna go back to our forecast and meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. Jonathan, can you hear me now?
I
we
got
hear you now? Yeah.
Well, the deal was I was so excited to see Matt in a jacket that I need to watch this time. But it went like this. I was excited, and then I knocked the cable out.
Jeez.
Wow. We got the sound effects.
Somehow,
awesome. So
we had a little applause.
What happened was
crazy night here.
It is the cold.
Well, I'm glad to get you so excited. I did need to get the big guy out here.
Yeah.
I've actually been skiing in this one in the past.
Is that the biggest jacket you own?
That's nice.
I think it is the biggest jacket I own because, it wasn't. I left in the morning this morning, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. Then I left to come to work around noon. I was like, all right, I'm going to grab the big guy today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we talked about last night, you would know when that front came through. I mean, it made its presence known. The wind went nuts, and then crazy. So here's where we stand right now. We're actually dropping rather quickly. We're already back to the mid 40s in Orlando. We're at 38 in Jacksonville, 38 in Tallahassee. So we are dropping fast tonight, and that drop is going to continue about 10 more degrees compared to yesterday at this time when we taught guys. We're running about 15 degrees, give or take, colder than 24 hours ago at this time. But as you guys mentioned, it's the insult to the injury with the wind. It's still gusty out there. Not as bad as what we had this afternoon. We're holding tight at about 20 to 25 mile per hour gusts, give or take, throughout a lot of Central Florida. And that is making it feel a little bit colder. So the wind chills are in the 30s and 40s. And I know everybody's like, why are you talking about the wind chill? Just give me the temperature. Well, I don't know if anybody's ever stood outside when it's not windy versus when it is windy. You can tell there's a difference. That's
it cuts right through you.
It does. It does. And that's probably my second or third biggest weather pet peeve that people will post on Facebook or Twitter about whatever it's called about is like, just give us a real temperature. Step outside and then we'll duke it out.
But
anyway,
the real temperature, the actual temperature you're going to feel.
Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, and you were talking about this is why we separate both. A pipe or a plant does not have body heat, so we still need the actual air temperature for them, for those inanimate objects. Plants are living things, of course, but they don't generate body heat. We do, and that wind blows the body heat away, and so you're touching the chill a little bit more. So that's why the wind chill's there. That's why the actual air temperature's there. So a little bit of a different thing, but I'll fight anybody who wants to go toe to toe and be like, it's not colder with the wind as crazy as it was this afternoon or still right now, but improvements are coming, and we're going to talk about that when we come around again in a few minutes.
Feels like those people are in the flat earther category.
Oh, boy.
I think so.
It's not colder with the wind.
Oh, you guys, don't do it. Don't. You know what? This is rage bait is what you're doing. It's rage. It's rage
say
bait.
what you want to say, Jonathan.
Don't do it.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's wild, the amount of comments that have been on Facebook. Like, you guys said it was the coldest of the season already. Yeah, we did because it was, and now this one's colder. It's like that is it Michael Jordan, that commercial, anything you can do, I can do better? Yeah. With Serena Williams, I think. It was like big a few years ago. I can't remember.
Yeah. Larry Bird. They were shooting.
Larry Bird was it? Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah, so that's what this front's saying to the other fronts before it. And Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Hold my hot chocolate.
But before we go to break here, you're saying that someone said you already said the last cold front was the coldest of the season, as if that one could not be beaten.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, like whenever DJ segment was up in News 6 at 3, I didn't realize he was pulling that comment, but he showed it. I was like, all right, I didn't know that I was going to be publicized, that I like went out. I mean, I didn't go after him, but I'm just like, bro, it's
a little trolling.
It gets it's yes, there are trolls, and my favorite pastime is to hunt the trolls and to get them out of here. I will fight the good fight. And you don't need me to tell you it is colder than it's been so far this season when you step outside the door tomorrow morning.
Jonathan Kegas, troll hunter.
All right, I want you to keep that passion and enthusiasm because we're bringing you back in the next block.
We're going to see you in a little bit.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Jonathan. All right, something else that you're going to be passionate about, and it has a lot of people fuming. You put a substantial deposit down for a wedding venue, but what if something tragic happens and you don't have your wedding? Do you think you'd get that money back?
You would think so, especially months out and something very tragic
happens. All right.
That's not happening, apparently. No. We'll take a quick break. If I were male, put your butt here.
Yeah, and you got the link from the shirt just a little wider ago, I think. So we'll make sure we have that for News 6 tonight. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We know you're busy, but news doesn't stop, and neither do we.
That's right. And this is News 6 Tonight, where we leverage this entire busy newsroom with our community correspondents, our producers, our content desk, and then we filter through that. We have a casual conversation about the news that impacts Central Florida.
Yeah, we live here in the community, and we rely on you for our neighborhood network because you're our eyes and ears as well, and we can't do it without you.
So you can watch us all over the place, YouTube, News 6 Plus app, and clickorlando.com. While you're here, feel free to engage. Let us know who you are and where you're from.
Hey, welcome back to News 6 Tonight on a very cold Thursday. Hopefully you are staying warm and enjoying the show so far. We have a story that really, when you hear the details, it's going to make you a little upset. If you're a married person and you had a wedding, chances are you had to hunt for a venue. And if you want a special place, that takes a while to find it, to book it, and then you have to
Throw
put
a
this
bunch of money
big
down.
deposit down.
Yeah.
This is what a couple did, his longtime sweethearts. They put a deposit down. It was close to $8,000. This is a good chunk of change. Well, sadly, something tragic happened to the fiancé, and the wedding never happened. And this is 6 months before the big day. So naturally, you would think the venue would be like, oh, we're so sorry. Here's your money back. And, you know, we hope you find love again, is what you want them to say, and end of story.
You would hope, but they are running a business.
I know they're running a business. I get it. But this woman's heart is broken. And
Yeah, the fiance died.
Yeah. Our News 6 investigator, Mike DeForest, picks up the story.
This wasn't like a cancellation. This was a person died.
Hinson acknowledges she signed a non-refundable contract with the Crystal Ballroom of Lake Mary. Still, she assumed the company would give back at least some of the $7,600 she paid for the wedding venue.
Her suggestion was maybe you can do a memorial here on your wedding day.
The owner of the wedding venue encourages clients to purchase third-party cancellation insurance. In a statement, the company says Crystal Ballroom has served thousands of couples over many years, while also encountering a small number of illnesses, accidents, deaths, military deployments, and other life events. These experiences shaped our policies and procedures not to avoid responsibility, but to protect clients, vendors, and the venue in a fair, transparent, and legally sound way.
Hinson's wedding planner has put together this GoFundMe page for her. I discovered one of the people who donated to the fundraiser just happens to be the owner of this ballroom. Now, he did not publicize that donation. Instead, in a conversation I had with him later, he said that it was done out of compassion in his personal capacity and not on behalf of his company here.
So
that is an incredibly classy move.
No, it really is, because you're separating the business from the personal side of it, and I completely understand that. And he didn't even want anyone to know that that's what he did. That tells you the kind of person that he is. And I feel like cases like this, it has to be a case-by-case scenario. And you
but see,
I know.
The thing is, if they do it for one person in a business, you have to be willing to do it for other people, or else you are giving someone special treatment.
I feel
over
like
someone else.
if it's an extreme situation like this, it's not every day the person you're going to marry is going to die.
Yeah. 42-year-old guy dies.
Yeah, of a heart attack. So, and Mike was also asking the question, does that mean if someone is deployed and they have to cancel their wedding because of a deployment?
Yes.
Does that make them unpatriotic?
And this wedding's in May, I believe. So
they have plenty of time to book.
That's the
I don't know.
That's
We don't run the business, but I just feel
I feel like
you can make exceptions in some cases.
If I were the business owner, I think obviously you would try your best. I mean, you're going to be out that money, but I would say, hey, how about this? How about I basically try to sell that spot?
When
I sell that spot to somebody else, I will give you your money back. But I can't be out that money that I've already reserved.
I would sign up for that, because I guarantee you, it's Florida. They're going to sell that spot.
Yeah, people want to get married.
But it's just painful to suggest that she use her wedding day as a memorial for her
Probably not the
fiance.
best idea.
Yeah,
No,
that didn't feel good at
awful
all.
would that be? Yeah. All right, want to get you back to Jonathan Kegis. He is our weather guru around here at News 6. This guy knows a lot about weather. Like, he does sit around and geek out about it. We're going to show you some of his graphics
Sorry,
here.
I had to.
And
I'm geeking out too much. I've got the wrong screen up.
No, it's fine. It's fine, because
all good.
Here's the thing I like about you, Jonathan. A lot of things, basically. But you are good at giving us a good long runway to get ready for days like we're about to see. It's not like you decided yesterday to start forecasting, hey, it's going to be cold. Since last week, you were like, there's something coming. It's on the horizon. Winter's coming, guys. It's on the horizon.
Literally, yeah, no, I love the long-range forecasting aspect. Of course, you really can't get specific, but you can look at the clues. And yeah, we saw this coming a long time ago. Every Monday night, by the way, at 9:30 on the Weather Show, we do look into the long range. So we've documented this a little bit. This time it's working out. Doesn't always happen that way, but certainly like it
it's
when
what we
it
like
does.
to call proof of performance.
There you go. There you go.
Well done. It's a pop.
The other thing we were talking about. I love it. No troll zone. No, we can get back on that soapbox. It's crazy these days, but I know everyone wants to know about the wind. The garbage cans have taken a hit today. I don't know if it's kind of like an obstacle course if you're out there driving. Gusty winds. We've had peak wind gusts earlier this afternoon into that 35 to 45 mile per hour category. The good news is, and this is a double-edged sword. So we're talking about the wind chill before. While the wind is elevated, although the northerly wind is pushing in the cold, it does prevent a little bit from the temperatures dropping. But whenever you get the winds to calm down a little bit, then we can radiate some of the warmth, if you want to call it that, back out into the atmosphere. So while the wind is going to calm down, you see overnight it comes down pretty significant from where we were this afternoon. That is going to allow some of that warmth to radiate when we do keep it gusty like that. It kind of mixes the warmth back down that escapes into space. So that keeps us relatively warmer. The other thing is, guys, we are going to have a nice Saturday. We're going to get back into the lower 70s. But then we have this guy. This is cold front number 2.
Is that all
and
rain
this
coming
blasts
with that?
in. What'd you say?
Is that all rain coming with that thing?
It's a little bit of rain coming with it, but look at the color change there. where it goes to the little pink for a wintry mix and a little bit of blue in the Panhandle. I think it's not going to be like last year. Remember how last year we had that ridiculous cataclysmic once in a generation event where we had like 8 inches of snow in Pensacola?
Yeah,
I don't think that's happening this go around, but I think some flakes will be flying maybe northwest of Tallahassee, and then likely a better shot in South Georgia, maybe into parts of South Carolina, as well as we have some colder air in play. We have another shot coming through, and it's all dependent upon where that chunk of low pressure develops off the East Coast to kind of send some moisture back into the chill. So for the second year in a row, we're talking about the potential for a little bit of flakage in the Florida Panhandle, which is pretty wild in and of itself. Again, should not be of historic proportion like last year, but still something crazy to look at for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to make it to us, but it just a little bit of jockeying there. Jacksonville could get a little taste. You know, like
it could.
Is there a chance that could sink a little farther south than we're expecting?
It could. It doesn't make it to Orlando ever because the warm day on Saturday, we're going to push some warmth back up. So we're really going to have to scour the warmth again back out with the second front. In a world that the front would really need to clear like through about Miami, and then you would need to watch that area of low pressure develop. I believe it was 1989 that we had snow in Central Florida in December. That's what has to happen. You have to have the front come through, and then you have to have the area of low pressure develop over the Atlantic to bring the moisture back in on the Atlantic side into the dome of freshly cold air that comes back through. So a lot needs to happen, of course, for us in Central Florida to see flakes, and it does not happen this go around, but it'll be something to watch. I'm certainly excited to watch to see if there's flakes flying into the Florida Panhandle, but that's what I'll be doing with my Sunday
watching from afar. And you talked about the wind earlier, Jonathan, and on News 6 at 3:00, our brand new show, shameless plug.
It's a great show.
We talked about power outages for some of our area, and it started with like 500, it got down to like 200, but we think that the wind may have hit some power lines because there's still a lot of places with above ground lines.
It could have. I just pulling up. We can track those power outages. I'm going to get my
Mount
the
Dora,
alerts.
Bithlo is part of it.
Yeah, it looks like we're doing better now. So they were able to get things quick. We would see some of the counties start to light up. So we have had significant improvements there because tonight is not the night to lose power if you're planning on heating your home. But yeah, I mean, we had wind. Certainly, there were branches everywhere out there. So they could hit the lines. Some lines could come down themselves. It was crazy. I mean, it was literally like a low-end tropical storm.
Yeah.
At times, you had gusts pushing 45 miles an hour on the coast.
Yeah, and if you have neighbors who don't bag their leaves, they're in your yard now. So
little presents.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to go talk to my neighbor.
Right. Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks,
check
guys.
him out at 9:30. Any questions you have about the cold in the front, you can actually text it to him, and he will answer and respond to you in that.
We'll get an accurate answer,
too.
too.
Great show. Thank you
All
very
right,
much, Jonathan.
Stay with us because when we come back, you're going to see a high-speed chase like you've never seen before. We have.
Welcome to News 6 Tonight. We are so thankful that you're joining us here wherever you found us.
Yeah, you know what this tells me? If you have made this your new streaming destination, it tells me you're smart. Also good looking because you chose to watch the news in a different way. That makes you really smart. Anybody can give you the news from a teleprompter or an old newspaper. We do it in a fresh new way.
That's right. So check us out wherever you like to stream. We have this app for your TV, News 6 Plus. You can find it on Roku and Amazon and whatever your smart TV is cooking. So thank you. We would love to hear your comments down below.
My gosh. Yeah.
And then we'll show them.
Yeah, we will. News 6 Plus. The plus is you.
Ooh. Have you ever seen an emu in handcuffs? Because I never knew I needed to see it until today. Apparently in St. Johns County in Florida. Let's get you to this video here. Do we have the video or just this? Yeah, let's
just roll it.
Just roll whatever you have.
Hey, don't bite me. Don't even think about it.
Oh, he's saucy. That's salty.
Secured.
Look at him carefully.
Look at that.
I was wondering how he got those on.
I have a full set of cuffs on this
gosh.
emu.
As
He
the
was like,
emu
"What?"
goes. So this was a 45-minute chase. Emus are fast. And
Yeah.
somehow, how do these deputies find themselves in these situations?
I don't
This
know.
is not their job. But well done to the St. Johns County Sheriff's
Thank
Office.
goodness, yeah.
They
I
were
mean,
able to get this emu back
And they're not.
to
No,
its
you
owner.
would think with that big beak it would peck you or whatever, but you got to be careful about the legs, the talons.
they'll
It'll
kick you.
break a bone.
Yeah.
It can break a bone.
But they safely were able to avert the crisis, get that emu back to its owners, and after a 45-minute
talking to.
police chase there, they were able to get that. An
just-
emu named Tina, by the way. Best emu name I've ever heard.
Tina doesn't play.
Mm-mm.
Tina doesn't mess
But
around.
I've heard
that was,
if you throw a blanket over them, maybe that's an ostrich. I think it's the same thing pretty much. If you put a blanket over their head, they just shut down. It's like hitting
isn't
the
that
power
like
button.
they put their heads in a hole? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I think they've. I don't know.
All right.
No
Hey,
emu
thanks for
expert.
joining
Have
us.
a great night.
Bye.